Let's have a go in another squashy cruiser. The Omaha! One of the OG squashy cruisers. Where are my time zone wise? I'm in the UK. Ray Vision. So I'm in the GMT time zone. Oh, goody, double carrier game. And it's tier 7. We also have, again, failed divisions. The enemy team has got 2 tier 4 cruisers and tier 5 together, and we've got 2 tier 4 battleships with a tier 5 battleship together. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, we'll see how this goes. I don't know who's worse off there, honestly. Myogi and Kaiser, or the Königsberg and the Karlsruhe. They're all pretty terrible in this kind of matchup. Nah, destroyers aren't going to have much fun either, not with double carriers. St Kilda, I'm on St Kilda, honest. I send my email, my internet information packets back and forth via Guillemot. You're in the right island chain. I'm actually in the Hebrides. But not Barra, I'm on Lewis. I don't know if the range... Is he trying to set up for this kamikaze? Or is he just still spotting? I do have a catapult fighter on this at least. If I wanted the extra range, I'd have to take the Murmansk instead and use the spotter that gets. Is it 4.5 or 3.5? Yeah, it's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. This does have the best range out of all 3 of the Omahas in game, but the Murmansk with the spotter can do better. It's just the base range is a bit worse. Ooh, this is fine.
Enemy battleship detected.
Right, is that the Fuchsia?
Enemy destroyer detected.
That is in fact the Fuchsia that's sat there. Where's the Fuchsia's torps? Right, not a problem for the kamikaze, but might be a problem for me if I sit around and let it be.
Enemy battleship sighted.
If this thing was a bit sneakier, it might be okay, but yeah, it's not especially. At least have this little bit of island I can use.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Let's have these US ballistics while I can. Castle Bay, yes, Kissimmel Castle in Castle Bay. the historic seat of, I want to say the McNeils? Is it the McNeils? I can't remember. You can actually visit it. If you were going to survive a zombie uprising, that would probably be the place to do it. I've never actually been down to Barra. I've lived in the Hebrides for most of the last 20 years at this point. But I haven't actually visited some islands in the chain yet. Basically Barra and the Uists. Right, let's see if I can use this just edge of island to fire over at the Colorado. Yeah, the getting around as well, like you can bicycle around the place, and there are youth hostels, although obviously COVID is a big complicating factor at the moment, but you can just kind of go from youth hostel to youth hostel and do it that way as a thing. But otherwise, you know, you have to hire a car or motorcycle,
The ship is on fire.
fly around various places, but that gets very
Problem
expensive.
solved, sir.
Kind of hilarious if the Svetlana manages to talk or kill somebody. I mean, if he's got AFT, he's actually got a decent range. Not as decent as the Krasny Krim, which is basically the same ship but a tier higher. Better base range. Slightly better AA. Just blind fire? I think he is blind fire. Right, I don't think this is going to be some monster damage game somehow. If you get a top tier game and manage to stay alive and set a bunch of fires, you can actually get some okay damage with the Omahas. Just because they're ringed with guns and you have a decent rate of fire. But you're definitely dependent on fire RNG for that.
Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy battleship detected.
There he is. So we get the full broadside at this guy. I really hope this is the Svetlana pointing their guns at me and not the Colorado, although I don't think the Colorado's going to get a chance to shoot at me. There we go. What kind of tier 5 cruiser do I prefer? I mean, it's well known I have a soft spot for the Krasny Krim. It's quite a silly ship. Murmansk is probably still overall, like in terms of its firepower, the strongest, but Königsberg's actually got really good guns as well, and decent range. For attack, it's got very good torp angles, but not a lot of guns. I don't know, a lot of them are quite fragile, but some of them do have at least decent firepower. Are you coming for me, I guess? It's better me than Nicholas. Still kind of hurts. I think I'll save the catapult for some torp bombs show up.
Critical engine damage. Problem solved, sir.
It's kind of hard to choose between something. I was going to say something there. Nope, it's gone now. I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to say something about choosing between two different things, and it's just my mind's gone blank. No idea. Clearly, it was terribly important, but not important for me enough for me to actually remember the end of the sentence from the beginning of the sentence, kind of thing. Right, so we can finish off this clinic. Cat got my tongue exactly. It's definitely the cat. Blame the cat. Don't even have IFHE. I don't think this is like a super skilled captain. No, demo expert, but no IFHE. I don't know if you'd even want IFHE on this ship necessarily these days. Go away. Well, they still got one of their Colorados alive, sadly. Big nasty guns. Oh, there's a ranger. Interesting. Possibly the Shinonome in the decap. I'm almost tempted to wonder if I should go for that ranger. Just one less carrier would probably be quite useful right about now. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there's the Ryusho. And now we just have like a smorgasbord of carriers. I mean, if they're having a go at me, they're not having a go at our destroyers, which is, you know, kind of useful, so... just file a bit of damage! I think there's one of our carriers, so yeah, we definitely need to kill their carriers.
Is in sight.
Right, oh yeah, the items are dead. Because I now have all of these planes left trying to kill me. This is fine. Man, double carrier games are such fun, you guys. Such fun. There's the Colorado, so it really is just the Shinonome left now. Right, this is actually ended up with a decent amount of damage, but mostly from farming that Ranger. I guess my AA in air quotes. I've actually shot down 16 planes, but some of that was fighters. Anyway, considering this was bottom tier, just the fact I've survived is probably not nothing. The USNCL talks, of which I only have one side. There we go. Well, that could have been worse. I mean, we could have lost. So that wasn't bad for an Omaha. That was really not bad for an Omaha, and actually enough to put me at the top of the team. So, is it hard to get to Barra or the other isles? I mean, it's arduous in that it requires a bit of planning, whichever way you do it. The simplest but most expensive way is to fly from the Scottish mainland, which in terms of Barra involves the exciting landing on the beach. But yeah, it's not cheap flying from the mainland to here especially.